That breaking news, a plane from Haiti full of Floridians escaping the violence there is expected to land in Sanford within the hour.
The state has asked Floridians in Haiti who want out to make their requests to the state online. WESH 2's Dave McDaniel is live at the airport with the situation there. Dave.
Well, the governor provided a briefing here late this afternoon, basically saying that a plane had left Haitian airspace. It was on its way here to Orlando Sanford International with 14 people on board. He said the plane could hold up to 17 people, but in this particular flight, the first one they've been able to manage out of Haiti, they had 14 on board. And he pointed out the challenges and, of course, the violence in the street being the biggest of those challenges as they work to get Floridians who are asking to be taken out of the country out and safe.
We have a lot of people that have gone there to help people. It's a very troubled, it's been a troubled country for a long time. Things have, of course, turned for the worse, but there have been a lot of people in the United States, but specifically in Florida, who've really gone there to dedicate their life to help people who are much less fortunate. And so that's noble, but these are folks that need our help now because the situation has become very dire.
And again, they tried to do some flights yesterday. In fact, they thought they were going to get a couple of flights out of Haiti into Central Florida yesterday, but the conditions on the ground just were not conducive to make that happen. Now, they are hopeful, they say, to get 4 more flights into Central Florida, hopefully tomorrow. But again, it is very tough work. They're going door to door to the folks in Haiti, the people who have asked online, the state of Florida, to please help them get out of Haiti. They're going door to door, finding the people who have been approved, have been cleared with all the paperwork, taking them to a waiting helicopter, and then getting them to the airport so they can fly out. And again, they're hoping that they can do 4 flights tomorrow. 501 people have been cleared, according to the state. 360 of those are Floridians. But to point out some of the many challenges they face, they say one of the trips to the airport, a Florida trip to the airport to bring people here, was stopped by a roadblock. Reporting live in Sanford, Dave McDaniel, WESH 2 News.